Okay, so here we are. If you had a chance to watch the grand finale of the 4 Warmoth builds I was doing, near the end I mentioned I had this Tele hybrid body from Warmoth with a universal route. And it's a mahogany body with a flame maple top on it, pretty clean looking. And I mentioned I was going to put a baritone neck on it, which I have from Warmoth also. This is unfinished, and I have plans, very loose plans, to do a color stain on this, kind of to complement or match the body, kind of like PRS does under private stocks and some of their higher end guitars. I was looking at those online. Sometimes they do a fade, color fade, which would look pretty cool if I can swing it. So yeah, I had some parts left over that I didn't use during the other builds. I had bought some shallower tuners and get those installed and lined up and put the little anti-rotation screws in and pull them out so I can do the stain and finish. And I have a trim. I think it's a Fender, and this is cut for a Goto, and I think it should be okay from what I've been seeing online. It should work okay, the Fender. And I got a bunch of pickups that I've taken out of guitars or bought that I didn't use, and I'll kind of sort through them as we go along here and see which ones I'm going to put in, kind of experiment with them a little bit. And it always seems when you get building a couple, 2, 3 guitars, you always seem to have enough parts laying around to justify one more build. It's always one more build. But so this is it. We'll just kind of wing it as we go along here and see what shakes out at the end of this process. All right, moving along here. I've got the shallers kind of screwed in pretty snug, and just using a ruler here to kind of make sure they're pretty straight in line. And then I will just use this little pick here and get me a little divot where the screws need to go. Getting there. It's the first time I've ever installed tuners that require a screw. But anywho, so that's done. Just get a tiny little drill bit, drill those out. Okay, these are tiny little holes. I don't know if you can see it here, but I just marked them with the little pick or punch. And fortunately my Dremel tool kit had a tiny little drill bit, so I'll just drill these out. I got the first one drilled. Seems to be a good size for the screws, and we'll do the other 5 here. And I have just enough cord to get me to where I need to go here. A little smoky. Alright. That should do it for that. Got a little burnt wood, but I think she'll be alright. Just make sure all the holes kind of line up. They should, and it looks like they do so far. And the hip shot tuners that I used on the other ones were so much easier to install. They come with just a little plate that you pop on, and there's no drilling. But these are a little more old school, but all the holes line up. So we're good to go. Okay, I got the top of the body masked off, And what I was going to try and do, and also the neck, the fretboard. So what I was going to try and do is kind of mimic a PRS a little bit. I saw a really cool, I think it was one of their Wood Library guitars that had a green and a mahogany looking mix on it. So what I was going to do is, I have a little bit of that cherry stain left over. I was going to hit the mahogany with that, just to give it a little pop, bring out the grain a little bit, hopefully, keep my fingers crossed, and then do the top, which is, I think this is like a plain maple of some sort. I'll do this in like a light green that I had a can of, and then the neck I was going to do green headstock and then a fade into the cherry and then back into green. So I don't know, I'm just kind of winging it with stains and colors, and we'll see how it comes out. Appreciate everybody following along the madness here, but we'll give it a go. Okay, here we go. No clue what's going to happen here, but we shall find out shortly. Just going to give this a light coat here. Do a little bit on the inside, see what shakes out. Okay, well, a little bit of green pop. Hopefully my masking tape holds up. All right, I think we're pretty good. Okay, let this sit in here. Okay, not getting any bleed through. All right, my goal is to just do a blend of green and green, and then the cherry in the middle here. So I don't know, I'll just kind of wing it. Well, let's do it. Gave this a light sand before doing this. Artiste I am not. I don't know. Kind of scary. We'll see. That's it for the neck, and what I'll do is green up here and at the heel, and kind of see what happens. Okay, I'm gonna try a little of the green stain. I want to do it real light. I'm using a sponge. Do a little bit back here and see how things shake out. And the heel. Okay. All right. I guess just kind of wing it. Problem's going to be blending here for me because I don't know what the heck I'm doing. Or just kind of. I'll see. Okay, I don't know. I'm just gonna hit it with the rag a little bit. Now what I think I might do is just come back with the cherry stain again and then kind of blend this cherry in with the rest of it. over the green a little bit more. Maybe we'll hit this with another coat of green. We'll see. I don't know. Definitely not on my A game here, but oh well, this is life. I don't know. A little weird, but we'll see. We shall see. Stained too much. All right, so I'll let that go at that. And what I'll try to do is just blend this a little better when I put the cherry back, a second coat of cherry to darken it up a little bit. And we'll see. Might be an ugly guitar. I don't know. We'll see. See what shakes out. All right, just peeling the tape off here off the body. See what we got. Pretty dark mahogany, which is okay. And got a couple of little stains on it. I got to stand out. But other than that, I think we're kind of looking all right. Got a pretty sharp line around here. And the next will be the green. I'll take the body off and stain the top. And like I said, a couple little stains, but from the cherry stain. But other than that, came out pretty good, I think, for our backyard. So yeah, it's kind of dark, but I think it'll look good with a clear on it. And the neck is still, the jury's still out on the neck. It's looking pretty scary. But I'm going to do this a little darker to kind of match the body a little more. And then maybe give it another coat of green. I'll see how the top comes out with the green. And we'll take it from there as we go along. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Okay, rolling along here. I'm going to try and stain the top. I've got it masked off, and hopefully adequately. And I'm going to try and match the stain on the neck of it. Here, I'm keeping my fingers crossed. It's the first time evolution for me. Let's start down here with more area. Just want a real light coat for starters. All right, coat number one, I guess. Let's see how it looks compared to the headstock. Gotta be careful when I pick this stuff up. All right, so we're kind of in the ballpark, I think. We'll see how things go. I think with a coat of clear on it, I think we'll be okay. Kind of bland looking, but I was hoping it would bring out the grain more. But it is what it is, right? So, I have no clue how these things are going to work out. Kind of winging it. I think I'll do the body with a spray clear, and then the shaft of the neck in a satin, a headstock spray gloss. Alright, I'm a little worried about doing this part, but nothing ventured, nothing gained. I think we're kind of close. Just a couple little spots here and there. I keep chasing drips and stuff, and it just makes it more of a mess sometimes. Yeah, I guess it is. I guess that's it. This little edge is bothering me. Just doesn't seem to want to blend in with the rest. But okay. All right, leave it alone. Step away from the guitar body. Not perfect, but T is what a T is. Look at it from different angles, I get all kinds of different thoughts of consistency. But all right, leave it alone. All right, well, I'm going to peel the tape off. I gave it a day to for the stain to settle in, and we'll see how good or bad my masking and staining job was. So far, not too bad. I don't know how the colors are going to look. Let me get it all peeled off here. But anywho, yeah, not too bad. Spray a coat of, putting some clear on it today, maybe a little bit. And yeah, so not too bad, a little different. Definitely a different shade of, I got the neck. So what I'm gonna do, I think, is give this a light sanding, the shaft of the neck, and then hit it with some satin. I taped this off because it's hard to fade using a rag. I mean, they usually use a spray gun, but so I taped it off, hopefully fairly in the center here, and I'll just hit this part with satin and then do the green and the gloss. But I think as far as color is concerned, I think they came out fairly close, being from two different woods. But maybe I'll hit the headstock a little bit with some more green. But yeah, okay. All right, we'll take it to the next step and keep on going here. Probably spray this today. A little clear. Well, I think the neck's done, and I have no idea how it's going to come out. I didn't do a fade, I just did a pretty sharp chevron here, and did the shaft of the neck in a satin and the headstock in gloss. So we'll see how it turns out here. Spoke to the guys up at Warmoth, and they said the fretboard, if it's dark wood, doesn't need finishing, so I'll go with their word. And I won't bore you with this, but I'll kind of close it here for a minute. Okay, so overall it kind of came out okay, I think, for backyard and kitchen table. I do have a little transition line here between the satin shaft and the gloss, so what I'm going to do is just hit that with like maybe a 400 or 800 sandpaper, and then just do a quick shot of satin, and just to make the transition a little smoother down here. But we'll hit that and take the tape off the fretboard. Okay, getting into kind of assembling things now. The body and neck are done finish wise. Had to chase out a few little pieces of dust here and there. Do a couple extra sprays, but Came out kind of okay, I think, for backyard. This was mahogany, and I did the traditional cherry stain over it. Came out a little darker than I was hoping for, but such is life. I probably should have just clear coated over the mahogany. But anywho, that's it. Did the top in the green and the neck. I did the headstock in the same green, and I did that in gloss finish as well as the body. Back of the neck, I didn't do a fade. I just did a chevron pattern because I really didn't have a spray. I was just using a rag in the backyard. So I just taped it off and did a chevron pattern going from the green to this is the cherry over the maple. And then did another chevron down here at the heel. Did this in satin, the main part of the neck, and the headstock in gloss. But anywho, that's that. And the tuners, or the shallers, had a little overspray clear in the holes. So I just took a file and just filed them out a little bit so they go in a little smoother. They were kind of tight with the overspray in them. Some people use foam earplugs and stick them in the holes before they spray the clear finishes. But I just hit it with a file real quick, a little round file. And they're going in okay. I got to put the little screws in and one more tuner. And I did get a neck plate from Philadelphia Luthier Tools, which is just a chrome. It's the first time I've done chrome with their etching. It says little Barry on it, being that this is a baritone guitar. Just kind of being goofy. But they're a nice little touch. They're neck plates. You can customize and put your name on them or whatever, or the name of your guitar. And that's that for that. So I'll start putting this together. I was originally thinking of doing like multiple, like different pickups, like do a couple in parallel or whatnot. But I have this American Performer Strat, which has 1 meg pots in it, and a push-pull. It's got Yosemite pickups and a push-pull for the neck pickup. So I think for now I'm just going to drop this in. The Warmoth bodies, they have special Warmoth pick guards that go for their bodies. This fits, the Strat pick guard will fit. The only little snag is up here. The curve of the pick guard doesn't quite match up with the body. So I have a couple of these extra ones. They're the black mint 3-ply. So I might try, being I have 2 extras, I might try to do a little mod on this and cut it down here a little bit, just for something a little different. I'll have to do a bevel cut and see how that comes out. But other than that, I think we're getting good to go here, and we'll finish this puppy up and see what it sounds like. And I won't bore you with putting these little things in, but I'll give you a shot when the neck's on and see how it looks. Okay, we're doing a little mod to the pick guard. Had a bunch of extra mint pick guards and just kind of tweaking them a little bit, and just marked out with a red pencil here using a French curve or a template that I had from drafting back in the day. And normally just try to get the chamfer right. A little tricky. little boogered up, but we'll hit it with some sandpaper and smooth it out a little bit, and it should be okay, hopefully. Okay, I'm just going to hit it with a 80 grit to get things kind of rough idea of where we want to be. Hit it with 220. Starting to take shape. Not too bad, far from perfect, but I'll give it a little more, give it a little more loving. Okay, bumping it up to 400 grit. And it's okay, not perfect, but I'll finish up with a 1500. All right. Okay, we'll see what it looks like on the body. Okay, I think it looks okay. Took that just a sharp horn off the original Strat, and I think I said earlier, its curves here are a little different on the Telly than a Strat, but I'm just going to use this pick guard instead of buying a new one for 30 or 40 bucks from Warmoth. And I cut one earlier. I took the whole kind of chunk off this area, and one friend said they liked it, and another friend said they weren't crazy about it. But I don't know. I'll check them out and see which one I prefer. I'll probably go with this one that we did today. And yeah, the original Strat looked okay too. But just kind of probably put the one on we did today. I'm going to smooth it out a little more. It's got a few little sand marks in it. But that's it for today. And I just used a French curve to kind of get the pattern I wanted, and then just did a red pencil and cut it. But that's it. We'll pop that one on, get the pickups in it. Please excuse the mess. I've got like 3 different projects going here. I've got the baritone and the old neck from the purple Strat, which I replaced with a fretless, which is in another video. And right now I'm just putting in the Goto trim on the baritone. So just put that flush. Okay, those are in, and these are adjustable height, which is pretty cool. But anyway, we'll get the trim in, and I got a couple more solders to do in the pick guard there, and then I'll drop that in and get some strings on it, and get her finished up here. Foil is in, grounds are on, and got the anchors for the tremolo. So I just need to solder these up to the jack. I got the jack in, it's a Goto, and just need to solder these in to the jack and ground wires, and hopefully, knock wood, everything will work out here. Well, after a little finagling, I got the pick guard to sit pretty level, pretty flat. There always seems to be one wire hanging up on the side here, but I just use a little ruler to push it in and get things settled out. But so anyway, we're getting there. I got a few more screws to put in, just drilled them out, and put the trim in, and get some strings on and see how things shake out. Progress is being made. I ended up using noiseless pickups from Fender, Player Plus, and it had I don't know if they were the same pots from the original pick guard, but it's got 1 meg pots in it, so it's kind of a crapshoot of how it's going to sound. But in any event, it looks like we're getting there. And I dug through my knobs here, and I've got some chrome Q parts with abalone domes on them, so I'm going to pop them on, see how they look. If they look okay, I'll keep them. If not, I'll get some other ones. Just dress it up a little bit. Okay, I'll just run through a couple of simple chords and notes if anybody's interested in the neck position. Fourth. Middle. engaged. The first, I think it's the first 3 positions with the neck engaged. So it's the first position with the neck engaged. Sorry about the buzzes. Second position. And middle. And the 4th and the 5th are the same. So that's it in a nutshell. I don't even know if they're good chords on a baritone or not, but this is in B, E, A, D, F sharp, and B with light baritone strings. And that's it in a nutshell. Run it through a pedal real quick here. This is the Lure, Walrus Audio Lure. Anywho, that's it, folks. Feel free to ask any questions if you have any, or comments. Appreciate you watching. And I guess that's it for this video. Thanks for tuning in and hanging in there if you made it through the whole video. And I'll see you at the next go around. Thanks a lot, everybody.